Hello and welcome to another interview here on the channel. I'm Daniel Roman here for winteriscoming.net. And with me today is a very special guest, Jay Lee, who plays Lieutenant Commander John LaMarr on the Seth MacFarlane-helmed sci-fi comedy drama, The Orville. Jay, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today. How are you doing?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
I'm good. I'm happy. The show is out. People seem to like it. I'm impressed with it. So yeah, life is good.
Cool. Yeah, I was going to ask. So obviously you guys had a bit of a break from the end of season 2, which came out back in 2019. How's it felt coming back after 3 years to have such an overwhelmingly positive response and still find, the fans have been waiting? What's that been like? It's been nice. The fact that so many fans stuck with us and waited for us. But then also, all the new fans who are just now seeing the show for the first time. Now that we're on Hulu and Disney Plus overseas, it's been really nice to see the reach of the show. But it's been great. This season is just bigger. The episodes are longer. Yeah. We all put a lot of work into it. So it's great to see the final product. Yeah, it really feels like every part of the production really upped their game for New Horizons. I've been watching since season 1 aired way back in the day. So it's amazing to see how much bigger New Horizons feels. Was that different in terms of filming it at all? How was the experience the same or different? We're very fortunate because Seth is who he is. And even season 1, the ship that they built, it took me 6 months to figure out how to stop getting lost on this set. Oh, that's cool. We shot on multiple stages. So it was really the production team went above and beyond. So we sort of got introduced to the show with all the sort of bells and whistles. And, this is just a little bit of a step up. But it's been great. It makes it's a challenging show to shoot, but when you're on that ship, you really do feel like you're on the Orville and you're in space. Yeah. So you were shooting this season during the pandemic, right? So how did that affect, did that slow you down a lot? Yeah. It was challenging with masks and zones and, you don't have the freedom to just sort of roam about and do what you would normally do. Especially with the show we'd already done 2 seasons of. So it was challenging, but everyone, again, created such a safe environment for us. So we were able to come back and finish the season. Okay. I want to ask you some questions related to LaMarr specifically. So you have, I think, I don't want to say one of the harder jobs, everyone's got different jobs, but I find that you are often one of the people who explains the dense science to the rest of the crew. So I'm curious, I don't know if you saw this, but Andy Weir, the author of The Martian, he shouted you guys out for how well you did the Einsteinian time travel physics in the last episode. So how I heard about that. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. How into the science are you personally? Do you ever have to do extra research to pull those scenes off? I try to do as much as I can, but look, I went to school for piano performance and theater and was an athlete in high school. So I'm not a scientist, right? But you want to come into your job as sort of prepared as you can be. So a lot of stuff I would ask a lot of questions. I would look up a lot of stuff. But at the end of the day, my brain, I don't understand a lot of that stuff. Even with that time travel episode, the night before, I remember texting Seth, I'm like, wait, I don't get any of this. Got to set, and I'm like, oh, wait, no, I got it. And then they put the sandwich down, and I said, no, what's my name? I don't understand what's up, what's that. I don't understand anything. So I had these sort of moments of questioning reality because it is a lot to sort of comprehend. But at the end of the day, I think I figured out a way to sort of make it make sense. And hopefully I delivered it in a way that was understandable. Yeah, I think you totally sold it. And the sandwich thing too. I was watching that not too long before we were talking, and you definitely sold it well. And one thing I do remember, John was, I remember on the day, and I didn't know I was going to do this as an actor, but when Gordon is, hey, can you send this into the future? And John is just like, this is not a toy, man. I'm so, we just discovered time travel damn near, and you're worried about a sandwich? Yeah. That's such a
an Orville type comedy bit though, like that we've just discovered time travel.
Right.
How can we use it to send a sandwich in the future? And it's not the first time a lunch has gotten used as an experiment this season either.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
So it's funny. You mentioned that you played piano. That was actually something I wanted to ask you about, because that was something I didn't know until very recently, that like you're actually a classically trained pianist. You played at Carnegie Hall when you were a teenager, right?
I did. Yeah. I was like 12 or 13 when I did Carnegie Hall.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. It's that's where I got my start. Classical piano.
Cool. So I have to ask, now that we've gotten Scott Grimes and Peter Macon showing off their musical chops on the show, is a John LaMarr piano solo on the horizon?
Who knows? John can't come in and save the day and get the women and also play piano. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Seth does do a great job of using the talents that people have for their character. So that may or may not be in the future, but if it's in alignment with John, I'm sure we'll explore it.
Cool. Again, it's funny you mentioned the love life, because that was something else I wanted to ask you about, because it seems like LaMarr is the one everyone comes to for advice with that. And I don't know how that happened. Like, why are you coming to me? I don't know. I'm fixing the quantum drive. You figure out how to ask her or him out. Yeah. I mean, LaMarr's had some I don't want to say like good luck, but like his love life, it seems to be going better than a lot of the other characters on the show right now. And we saw that in the last episode. We won't spoil things, but there was a hookup that I was surprised when it happened. And I was like, all right, I'm happy for these characters. This makes sense. Is that gonna go somewhere? Can you say anything about that?
I don't know. It could have been just he had a knot in his back and a coworker was helping him out. Or it might be something that maybe John finds something that's pretty special he wants to hold on to. Who knows? I don't. Nice. I actually kind of forget what happened because it's been so long, and I can't give anything away anyways.
That's fair. That's the best way of getting around that for sure. Okay. So I
don't remember.
Yeah, that's convenient. So one thing I wanted to ask you about, you shared, I think, pretty much every scene that we've seen with Yaphit so far this season, you were also involved in. So I wanted to ask, like, what was it like working with Norm Macdonald? Was he ever on set when you guys were shooting those scenes?
Unfortunately, I never got to actually work with him because he did his recordings sort of separately. But in a weird way, we do have like a physical Yaphit mold that we put, in the set to represent where he would be. So while I didn't get to work with him, I sort of worked with him in a roundabout way. But now, unfortunately, I never got to spend, really time with him, and just such a legend, and I think everybody would really felt his passing, you know what I mean?
For sure.
But I never got to really work with him, which was kind of bummy, but
Yeah. But I mean, through the magic of film and TV, like, you guys are in scenes together, and that is immortalized. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. No, it's still special. It's still very special.
For sure.
It's super random, but on the same thread, I did a voice for Lion King, which
cool.
So anyway, I did a lot, but
what voice? What are the deets?
I was one of the hyenas.
Nice.
So I was one of the hyenas. Yeah. And so, John Favreau, who did our pilot, did Lion King. Do the recording. I forget about it. Movie comes out. I'm thinking it's going to be 100 people in the movie. I don't know if my part even made it. Who knows? The premiere was like a Tuesday night. I wake up Wednesday morning, my phone's blowing up. Everybody's like, you did a movie with Beyonce and Donald Glover and Chewits. I said, wait, what? And someone took a picture of the credits at the premiere. And my name, it was like Beyonce then Jay Lee. And
nice.
I never worked with her.
Yeah.
But when you see it, you're like, oh, you clearly worked with, everybody on the movie. But no. So, but I guess technically I did. So back to Norm, I worked closely with Norm, even though we didn't work together.
Yeah, that's really cool. And I mean, once there's that illusion for sure, because obviously something like the Orville or like the Lion King, I'm sure it's so many moving parts all over the place to bring a production like that together. But like the finished product, like that's, people are going to remember that. You heard it here first. I mean, not first, obviously, because your phone blew up, but you were in a movie with Beyonce.
Right. Yeah. And by the way, I love waking up to the text. You telling me what happened. Oh, yeah, I guess I did do that.
That's cool. All right. We're pushing time. So I'm going to ask you a couple of fun, like rapid fire questions. Ready?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if John LaMarr had to lead a landing party down to 21st century Earth for a rescue mission, who from the Orville crew would he want to take with him?
Ooh, Gordon, Tala, Ed, Fortis, Isaac, Dr. Finn, Clyden, Kelly, Charlie, Ty, Finn, Yaphit, Unk, Ensign Turco, and one more person from the engineering team.
Nice. That is a huge party, but like, I guess you're covered. If no matter what happens, you guys will be set.
Yeah, I got everybody, right? That was everybody in there, right?
Yeah, it's basically like you just drove the ship down, and that works. Yeah. Okay. So on the sets, who is the prankster or the funniest person in the cast on set behind the cameras?
Oh, it just depends on the day.
Okay.
You know, sometimes when we're in a really bad mood, even someone who's in a bad mood is the funniest person. So,
okay.
But, you know, I always say between Scott, myself, and I'm not saying this, I just try to make sure the energy's always up and light, because we do spend a lot of time on the bridge and on that ship, and, you know, it can get a little deflating. So I'm always one I talk to the crew, I talk to everybody just to keep the spirits up. But probably, I don't know, Scott, probably.
Okay. Cool.
Maybe Seth even. Sometimes Seth has his moments. Yeah.
I believe that. I mean, he's not known like as a comedian or being funny or anything like that. I don't know why he'd be cracking jokes.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So last question. Can you tease what lies ahead for LaMarr and the Orville in the back half of New Horizons in 5 words?
Space, quantum drive, big boom.
Okay. Space, quantum drive, big boom. I'm excited. Well,
space, quantum drive, big boom. That's 5. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. I can't wait to see how that works out. Jay, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today. It's been an honor.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And I'll talk to you all soon.
Yeah, sounds good. So for you guys watching, if you haven't been checking out the Orville New Horizons, episodes air every Thursday on Hulu. Watch it, or you are missing out on one of the best science fiction shows on TV right now. Do it.
Yes, what he said.